If you're a creator, you know the feeling, right? That constant demand for fresh, engaging visuals. But what if you could take one single idea and just explode it into 100 pieces of content almost instantly? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a Python script that does exactly that. It's like having your own personal infographic factory.
So imagine this. It's the end of the day, and your boss, or maybe just that little voice in your head, says you need a whole month's worth of social media visuals by morning. Dozens of unique, eye-catching graphics. For any human, that's pretty much impossible. But for a script like this, that's just business as usual.
See, the solution we're looking at here isn't just a piece of code. It's a whole system. You got to think of it as your own personal factory, a digital assembly line that takes your one raw idea and just transforms it into a finished, polished product over and over and over again. All right, so let's take a tour of this factory, shall we? We're going to walk through the whole process from start to finish and see exactly how this system turns a simple idea into a mountain of content. Okay, so every factory needs its tools, right? And this one is seriously well equipped. It all starts with your topic, that's the raw material. Then you've got the AI, GPT-4o Mini in this case, and that's basically the brains of the operation, the content strategist figuring out what to say. The Pillow library provides the artistic hands, the machinery that actually draws the graphics. And the final output? A massive batch of up to 100 unique infographics, all ready to go. So let's head over to the first station on our assembly line, the Content Strategy Department. Before a single pixel even gets drawn, the AI has the super critical job of generating all the text. This is where the core ideas for every single infographic are actually born. And the AI is actually really clever about this. It doesn't just spit out a giant wall of text. Nope, it uses a smart two-step plan. First, it comes up with a whole list of unique subtopics to make sure there's lots of variety. Then, for each of those, it creates a handful of short, punchy bullet points. This structure, that's the secret sauce for creating so much unique content from just one starting point. Okay, check this out. This is the exact instruction, the prompt, that we give to the AI. Notice how it doesn't just say, write some titles. It orders the AI to become an expert content strategist, which sets a really professional tone, and it also gives it a hard limit, 10 words maximum. That ensures every single title is punchy and fits perfectly on the final graphic. Now for the second step, the rules get even tighter. You see that 18-word limit? That's a design constraint we're building right into the content generation, forcing the AI to be super brief and impactful. And that second line is so important. It's a critical guardrail, making sure the AI never goes off topic and that all the content stays totally consistent. So, with all our text strategy in hand, the little content packets move on down the assembly line to the next big station, the graphic artist. This is where the Python script, using the amazing Pillow library, transforms all those words and ideas into an actual visual product. Now, before our automated artist can start painting, it needs a palette. And the script has this awesome built-in collection of professional color palettes, everything from warm earthy to vibrant fun. It just randomly picks one for each infographic, which is a super simple but effective way to get a ton of visual variety across the whole batch. The whole creation process happens in layers, just like a professional designer would work. It all starts with a blank canvas. The script creates the background and fills it with a color from that palette it just chose. Simple as that. Next up, layer 2, the headline. Remember that super concise 10-word max subtopic our AI strategist came up with? Well, now it gets drawn right onto that canvas. The foundation is laid and the topic is crystal clear. Okay, now we need some structure. So the script draws these really clean, modern-looking rounded rectangles, one for each of the AI's bullet points. This creates the layout and gives every piece of information its own little home. And finally, the details. A little icon gets dropped into each box to make it pop, and the AI's short and sweet text points are filled in. And boom, just like that, the assembly is finished. One complete infographic rolls off the line, and the process immediately kicks off again for the next one. Of course, no factory just runs itself. You need a foreman, right? Someone overseeing the whole operation, making sure everything is running smoothly, and keeping an eye on quality control. In our script, that's the main logic that ties this whole thing together. Now this single line of code right here,
It might not look like much, but honestly, it is one of the most important quality control features in the entire script. It's all about making sure the icons are unique.
So what's it do? Well, the moment the script picks an icon for a bullet point, this line immediately yanks it from the list of available options for that specific infographic. This guarantees you never, ever see the same icon twice on one image. It's such a small detail, but it makes the final product look so much more professional and thoughtfully designed.
And the foreman is a great multitasker too. It runs all the heavy lifting in the background so the app never freezes up on you. It handles the boring logistics like cleaning up file names to keep things organized. And crucially, it manages errors. So if one infographic fails to build for some reason, the entire assembly line doesn't just grind to a halt.
So there you have it. We've just toured the entire factory. We've seen how a single topic gets broken down by an AI strategist, visualized by an automated artist, and managed by a really meticulous foreman. We've literally gone from one line of text to a massive collection of creative assets.
100. I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. Not 10, not 20, 100 distinct infographics, each with its own unique content, all sprouting from just one single idea. That is the real power of a system like this. So at the end of the day, what we've been looking at, it's more than just some cool Python script, right? It's really a blueprint for a whole new way of working. It's a tool that acts as a creative multiplier, leveraging AI and automation to scale one person's creative spark into a massive, massive output.
And that really just leaves us with one final question. Now that you've seen how AI strategy and automated design can create this incredible engine for content, what kind of creative factory would you build?